Welcome back to another episode of The Last Game Hunter. Today we're going to talk about the Steelseries Apex 5. Now this is a hybrid mechanical game switch keyboard. And the reason why I'm going to go with this keyboard and its glory, the add-ons, the Prismcaps, is because I've been using a Merc Stealth for 15 years that's finally given me some issues. And if anything lasts 15 years, then you stick with that name. And this name has definitely been there. And guys, hey, don't forget, Game Over video podcast coming September 14th, 8 p.m. Eastern. You want to hit the subscribe button. This is going to be a new live show with me and my co-host, and you guys will enjoy this. Anyway, yeah, we're going to take a look at the OLED screen. What does it do on our OLED, however you wish to call it? Not sure what features it does on this yet, as I'm going to open this just as I'm doing the video with you guys, like I would anything else. Now, I went with the black and the white because I was able to get both. So this is the two kits they sell. And the reason for that is I want to do some customization as you'll see with the Merc Stealth, if you're not familiar, they're a very unique keyboard layout for gaming. And I need to alter this keyboard to kind of give me a gaming feel or a easy to hit key so I don't know, what I'm not hitting. So that's the idea here. So here is my Merc Stealth, of course. You can see it's wore out. You can see through the button. Now, my biggest issue is that jump key, the space bar, the mini space bar. It snapped off. There's just a little post and there's only a little piece of it left. So I'm probably going to try and machine something to go down in that hole to allow me to continue keeping this keyboard moving forward. And yeah, it's very dusty, it's very old. I've cleaned it many times, but it doesn't get used. It's just sitting there. I use literally the left side for gaming. That's all this keyboard does is game for me. And you know, it's hard to make a change like that in your gaming life, and it's hard to let go of something you've been using for 15 years just in general. So anyway, guys, let's just get to this and get this thing tested, looked at, and my thoughts. Okay, let's get this bad boy opened. I don't think it has a seal. Doesn't seem to. Oh, maybe. Yes, here and here. This is my first time getting to see one as well. What's really cool too is, it has this OLED screen or OLED screen, however you wish to call it. I have no idea what it really does or what the features overall are supposed to be, but again, after 15 years of the same keyboard, had to try again. The only concern I have is the fact that the Merc has a unique setup that I'm very, very used to playing with, and I have no idea if I can play on this or not yet. So you're greeted with plastic, really noisy plastic. Ugh. Okay, not too heavy. Oh, very nice. Huh. This is really nice rubber. Like, it is so nice and, wow, really nice and flexible. Like, really nice. I do like this, actually having to, I know it's pretty much standard on most expensive products today, but it's really nice to see it. So let's just take that out and see if there's anything else in the box. Toilet paper. But I'm guessing with this toilet paper, there's a lot of different things maybe to talk about, or maybe the software takes care of it all. Who knows? We'll take care of whatever this does later. Basically, I'm just looking for a replacement keyboard for my Stealth. Is this going to be the answer? Who knows? Oh, it actually has a armrest or a wrist rest, rusty wrist.
Not sure that I would use that, but we'll have to find out. Oh, it's magnetic. Look at that. So no clips. It's just a magnetic. Boop. Oh, let's see how that works. Okay, so off the hop, I noticed when I was taking out of the bag, it's got some real strength to it. Like, I mean, look at this. They actually ribbed, and that feels like it's metal, maybe plastic, but it feels like metal. Anybody knows about this, you can correct me in the comments below. But, oh, those are pretty nice. All rubberized. But this is what I'm talking about. This is what separates Steelseries from the little girls, shall we say. No offense to little girls, of course. It is just a saying. So, how does it feel? So, I mean, the overall feel feels good. My concern is I don't have my Merc Stealth gaming platform. And I know it seems stupid, but it's very important. I'm guessing, yeah, this is steel. This is all steel, or this would not stick to it. So that answers that there. So that's kind of cool. Let me just take this out of the bag. I mean, that is really neat. It's rubberized. So it's got a nice rubberized feel to it. Again, not 100% certain that... Oh yeah, I would use it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that feels good. I'm so used to not having it that it's hard to say. Oh no, that feels good. That does feel really good. I like that feature. I like that it's magnetic, so you can just easily put it away if you want to, depending on your mood, I guess, or your space. If you're turning, I turn my keyboard sideways if it's a normal style keyboard from the past. Like I can't game over here because that is my mouse hand. Hello, mouse hand. So that's out of the question. So I have to game here. And my problem is all the other keys around are going to invade my keying, shall we say. And that is a problem that I have. So this is why these guys are going to come into play. Now I know it sounds stupid because I'm like, well, how are these going to fix it? Well, the idea here is if I change those maybe to white, I will notice them better, giving a custom layout to my keyboard. So that is one of the reasons why I jumped on these keycaps, and the reason why I bought both sets is because, well, they were available. And why not do something crazy custom? And I don't know if I'm going to like how bright it is because of how clear they are. So I might want to use some of these, and some of these to create my ultimate gaming experience. Let's take a look at what one of these have inside to understand what we get. There's a couple spots here to cut. I think I just cut my box. And I'm not one to like doing that because I like to keep my box because, well, I'm a collector in a weird sense, but some may call that actually hoarding at that point. Alright, so we get a 1, 2, 3, 4. Because there's actually layers, which I thought was pretty interesting. Layers of keys. And that's odd. There's actually 2 sets of space bars. You can... Interesting. So you can put a longer space bar or the standard space bar. So there must be different configurations for these alt keys as well. Oh, and look at that. Narrow Windows keys. See this? So that's pretty darn cool. So if you wanted a longer layout on your spacebar, which I don't know why, but if you did, maybe while gaming, but it seems pretty fine to me. It's just unique to have that added feature anyway. And weirdly enough, here's some more spacebar. Here's another spacebar with more keys. So I'm very confused. Maybe I can really alter this keyboard quite a bit more than I expected. And see here how it's white down below? So that's where you're going to get a lot more light. That is questionable for me, as I am... Oops, oh, you got a cat hair. I do have 2 cats. As we do have my normal, like the Merc, just the letters light up. and it's just an LED. I usually left it on red, and I kind of left it in the middle. It wasn't the brightest. So this is something I'm really going to have to get used to. Now I'll save that last one to last, if that made sense, and I'll explain. Another key layout, of course, more Windows keys. So there's a bunch of different keys here. They even have the Steelseries logo key. And it's weird because I was trying to find one on AliExpress to possibly change an escape key to a Steelseries key or so on. And I actually have, I'm going to check and see if they fit, but a whole gaming key setup set in my shopping cart at AliExpress. And if it does look like it'll fit, I'll order them in and I'll do a review on them, let you guys know what I think. And then you guys can make decisions if that's something for you. Now, moving on to the last set here, and this is actually bag 2. I just grabbed them how they came out of the box. They didn't seem to be in right order, or they were, and I went 4, 3, 2, 1, and I went 1, 2, whatever. Here's your key removal tool. So it just goes down under clips, pulls the key off, and you get to swap out your keys. Now, I'm not going to go through the white box, as this is going to be the same contents of the black one with all the mix match and different layouts and different ways of doing things. So, no sense in opening it in just this video. Now, will I use some of it and show you guys in the video? Absolutely. So, now the time is to plug this in and just see what it looks like. And then we will go through some alterations. I'll even change them here on video, and then we can talk my thoughts. Whether it's going to be my gaming keyboard or not in the future, well, it better be for the money I spent, but will I be able to game as good as I did before, which was actually starting to dwindle anyway. So now we have it just powered up. I'm going to turn off the key light actually to get more view of its lighting. And here we are with, this is how it looks when you start it up. Now, I don't know, what happens when you press a key? And you see, that is pretty cool. I gotta say that excites me a little. I mean, that is neat. Now, I don't know if anything changes by just touching buttons here. I have no idea what anything, oh my god. I'm sorry, but that is cool. That effects alone are absolutely beautiful. I'm sure we can customize all these effects as well. I don't know, as there's probably software we got to download for the OLED screen. It's now lit up saying Steelseries. Doesn't seem to be doing anything else at this point, which probably makes sense. I'm just trying to figure out what this button does here. Oh, illumination. Okay, profiles. Oh, let's go back to, so you gotta press it and hold, and then it gives you, okay, and then you have presets. Ooh, vapors. Okay, look at that, people. This is haze. Prism, which I think is what we were. Oh, that is, I'm gonna say far out, man. Orange. And still gives you effect when you, oh no, I'm so in love with this. Okay, that unfortunately is too cool. This is Coast. Oh, and the keys change color. Look, see that? That is cool. Vapors, which I think is what it normally is on. And I believe that's what's pre-built. I think from there you can, which actually I'm trying to figure out why orange is the thing. Oh, probably because it's their color. That makes sense. If it was red, which it kind of does. Once I hit it, it kind of looks red. That's kind of neat. I'm probably going to try and make it red, if that makes sense. It does to me anyway. Illumination. So let's see what this does. Oh, no, that's just your... Okay, so let's get out of there. Okay, so far all I've seen was it mess around with my illumination. Profiles. Okay, so there's profiles, settings, display, about, factory reset. Okay, so there's some features in there that we're going to have to, or I'm going to have to learn about down the road. I am just blown away by how this reacts when I hit a key. So that is pretty awesome. So now, of course, what we want to do is we want to find out what it looks like and will I like it when I alter the keys a little to make it more custom for me. So let's play around with that. Okay, so one nice thing about the key, I guess, now, if I'm worried about it, I have two, right? One came with the white kit and one came with the black kit. And basically, I'm supposed to just take them, push down, and then pull off. There we go. So that is how easy it is to take a key off. So now what I want to do is I'm going to replace the W. What I thought about doing was replacing these ones with white keys, so I won't miss them when I try to go and play and walk forward or go side to side or backwards. Now, one thing I will say that I don't like is how these are stored. They're stored really nice and bubble or vacuum sealed, but when you open that bag, all these keys are loose. So keep that in mind. You're going to want to... What do you think? I don't know if that's showing up proper on camera, but what do you think of that W? Does that look pretty cool? It stands out now in my opinion, and I can't miss it, but let's find out what the rest of it looks like. Okay, but that, like I said, is the one thing I don't like about it, so you're going to mix a lot of keys. I highly recommend, if you don't know your layout very well, do one at a time. Yeah, I'm doing it while it's plugged in. Really hoping it's not doing anything weird over here on my computer, because I did plug it in. Oh, I don't think I have. There we go. Just pull it straight. If you pull on an angle, it looks like you're going to have the key thing slip. So you just lay it over it. Make sure you're kind of on the spot. Push it down. So far, I think it's looking pretty cool, but we'll have to see. And maybe what I'll have to do around it is some black ones like it or something, or maybe the black ones with special side ones on it, so I can use it for marking other keys, because I think this would be really bright, and I again don't know if I really want that. Okay guys, what do you think of that? Does that look good? Comment below, because I'm curious as well. So I think it looks pretty cool. It's letting me know where those keys are at all time. Now I don't feel like I need to worry about hitting the right key, because I'm so used to having that Merc Stealth layout. And if any viewer out there has a Merc Stealth that's dead and want to donate it to the channel, or even want to sell it, because I just want that space key and maybe my worn out key, and then I will restore that keyboard to its glory, because that, in my opinion, has been the best keyboard ever. And Steelseries, if you're watching, why aren't you making a new, like a Merc Stealth Apex 9 or Apex 12 or something? The keyboard to kill all keyboards. And sorry to say it, but overseas, why haven't you knocked it off by now? We would love even a one-hander knocked off identical to the Merc Stealth as a one-hander. I'd be the happiest guy in the world. So guys, let me know what you think about that again in the comments below. And I'm going to just do a couple other changes here just for fun. For example, I'm going to change the arrow keys, because I want to see what they look like as the black with the open light on them, just for fun. Now, like I said, I want to show you, once you open it, they are not vacuum sealed anymore and they are loose, so be very careful. And again, don't try to lose your old keys, because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, I don't think things will break, but hey, you don't know. So one thing I do seem to notice here is the keys are angled on the arrow keys. So that is really cool. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can play at that spot, but if I can, I'll tip my keyboard this way, and who knows, maybe that's how I will play. But let's take a look at how I'm getting these on. and see if I did that right. I'm going to say they go, oops. Oops. Okay, maybe. Oops. Now I don't know what I've got done wrong. You see, here's where I took them out wrong. So who knows what I've done. So I'm going to bank on... Oops. See, I want to make sure I'm putting them on right, because if not, I'm going to break it. Oops. That's what I did wrong. I was trying to figure out how that didn't feel very well, but... Alright, let's change this to... I'm going to say that this should be like this. Yeah, that makes more sense. You can reverse them if you're into that. I don't know if it's really going to work out for me, though. So there, now we've got another change going on here where I think it looks kind of cool, because I don't want to change all of them and have this extreme brightness going on. Because let's turn out the light here, and I mean, that is bright, right? I mean, the camera's going to make it look brighter, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it is bright. I mean, it's not just not bright, it is definitely bright. So I'm going to just try and change to another color here. And we'll just go with that. Okay. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. That looks sick, especially if I'm playing. And I have a camera just on my keyboard, because people might just want to see the keyboard freaking out. Because look at that. That is cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's cool. Thank God I don't look at the keyboard while I'm playing. But unfortunately, I might and die a little more for about a month. But that is damn sweet. Well, okay guys, you can sound off down below and let me know what you think of the Apex 5 SteelSeries keyboard. So it's what they call a hybrid mechanical gaming switch keyboard. I don't know if the hybrid stands for the fact that they are removable. I don't know if it stands for the fact that they did something different in their mechanics that make it different from a normal mechanical keyboard. I am not a professional or an expert in any way on that. I just wanted to do an overview and let you guys see what you get when you get this and when you buy the Keycap kits. Now, another thing I've heard was other companies' keycaps fit. Now, I know aftermarket, like as in Chinese or anything like that, yeah, they'll make them specifically to fit the specific designs. But overall, I believe HyperX fit, is what I've been told. I was going to buy them and try them, but if you guys want to see that video down the road, comment below and I'll find out. They were a little cheaper, not saying they were nicer, not saying they weren't. Corsair may fit as well. Now, the Corsair, not a massive Corsair fan due to their pricing in most cases. Not saying that SteelSeries is the cheapest either. I just find that I get a better product. Especially after 15 years of gaming on a keyboard that you guys looked at that looked like it's been through the ringer and back. And I apologize for the dust, it's just the keyboard doesn't get used. Only the side part gets used, so it's been just sitting there. Other than that, it just plays that one corner. Yes, I should get on my dust. Comment below. Anyway, guys, the idea of the Corsair, what I do like about them is their trigger fingers. They have special shaped keys for the triggers and or like up, down, whatever. And I did like the feel of that, but it wasn't enough to make me sway over to the dark side. Yes, I do have a Corsair wireless mouse because apparently it's a really good mouse. I don't use it very often, but I am going to try again. But overall, I think this may be my new keyboard of the future. Again, I will do a follow-up for you guys letting you know what I think about it, or a follow-up just in the comments below saying whether it was a yay or nay for me. Did it replace my Merc Stealth? I can't see it replacing it in my heart, but moving forward, I guess this is the way. SteelSeries, please listen to us reviewers and come back with a Stealth. That's all we're asking. A Stealth. I don't care if you call it the Apex 11, the Apex 12, Apex Stealth. Call it the Apex Stealth. Merc. Apex Stealth Merc. Anyway, silliness aside, guys, thanks for sitting through this. If you sat through the whole thing, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. I will leave links for this down below if you're looking to purchase one. This just gives you a whole, at least, overview of what you're getting. We know the keyboard is going to be pretty much flawless as far as gaming goes, so I'm not going to review it that way and say, oh, yeah, it's the end all. It comes down to preference and the gamer. Again, I game better on a Merc Stealth, so this keyboard may not be perfect for me, and therefore I would review it wrongly if I was to do a review that way. So anyway, I'm going to hook this up. I'm going to try and see if I can merge over to it. And if so, then I will also give you my thoughts on that and how it performs for me. So anyway, guys, till next time, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Game over.